Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their fourth Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard-nosed they are as an organization, trying to do it one more time.
Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are back in the Super Bowl for just the second time in franchise history. I know one thing, they'd love a repeat of that first appearance.
Would they ever? That was 2003 in San Diego, and it was Super Bowl 37. They were the underdogs coming in against the Oakland Raiders, and they flogged the Raiders in that game, 48-21. You know what I remember most about that? John Gruden was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he'd previously been the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And during practice leading up to the game, he would play scout team quarterback and tell the defense all the characteristics and mannerisms of the Raiders quarterback, Rich Gannon, and had his defense totally prepared. And boy, did they play well and won their first Super Bowl title.
The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Fights through, and now a crease. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Rams lead at 7-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Griffin. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Earl Thomas has the speed, quickness, and skills to be a cornerback in the NFL, and I think he would have been a good one. But playing in the middle of this field as a free safety, I think he's the best eraser in the NFL. Takes care of any mistakes that happen in front of him and hardly ever lets anything get over his head.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Griffin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. Spinning past him. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd down, it's Jones. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Thomas. Shifts by him. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Roberts got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Gun now on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it with Jones. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Matt Judon there on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens 14-yard line.
Here we go. Check. Lucky.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Under review.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. A try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. Jackson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play action. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Throwing is Jackson, and he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
What we got? Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
1st down, and it's Hill again. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Set, ready. 8 together.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Edwards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Jackson operating from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Seth Roberts there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball, the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands, downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 6-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now the pass brought in by Roberts, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That is incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. It's caught by Roberts. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
They're running it.
2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Let's go.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the counter, here's Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Watch 14, watch 14. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Watch the backfield.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
Push him back.
Now back to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete.
Let's go. Let's go.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now on 4th down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those too because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Quick throw taken in by Snead. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. That play never got off the ground.
And a lot of times defenses want to disguise their intentions. Not in this case. They came full bore after him and really whacked him on that play. A big-time loss.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Jackson now, 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Picked a good time to blitz, left the ball carrier with no options.
Reminds me of our production meeting with the defensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? When we're playing the game right, we dictate the terms. I think we just saw a terrific example of it, didn't we?
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson on first down. It's complete to Snead. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.